Oh. Tim Evans stopping in. What's up, buddy? Vic's out. He said he wanted to have a cigar tonight, so I was ready to have a cigar. So here I am, hanging out. Did you get anything today, Tim? Pick anything up? I didn't see anything really come through this way anywhere. Just some guys making some trades tonight. So other than that, nothing too amazing. Yeah, those prices you told me, definite hard pass. Definite hard pass on that, man. I can't blame you there. Scooter, what is up? What is up? What is up, guys? Boom. Okay, let's see. I don't know if this works in here. I'll paste that in there. I'll put it in there. There we go. I'm doing this from out in the garage on the iPad, so I don't know. I don't think I can pin this here, but it's there anyway, regardless. Anybody wants to hang out. Vic was supposed to go tonight. Said we were going to do a little cigar streaming. So I'd already cut the cigar, made a drink, and why not? Got the kids to bed. Got my workouts in. Back at it. So I figured I'd just stream for the hell of it since it's been forever. And, hey, why not one more time this year? So, sound like a good idea. Maybe. Hell, there's 4 people in here now. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Streaming. Big Vic's not streaming tonight. So I told him I'd go instead. So, here I am, having a cigar. I'd already made a cocktail. Was ready to hang out. So, cheers, everyone. What's everyone else drinking? Got a little 114 old overhold, old fashioned going on. So mixed it up. I do have a sample I got to do tonight. I'm going to have to text Kelsey Dime to figure out what this is. But I'm not going to look at it until after I have it and try to figure out what it is. Hopefully he replies. Figure that'll be a little fun to do tonight. Got some more goofy stuff out here. Knocking over the camera, knocking over the iPad, should I say. That's what happens when I move bottle. But I did get this from one of the groups I'm in. It's a 6th Street rye. You can see that. That's actually a 10-year MGP rye coming in at 118 proof. Little Austin, Texas action. 6th Street got those nice guitars. Mythical group out of Wisconsin / Kentucky. The group's half and half. What the what? Yeah, Ben, those were in Mythical, I think, way before you got in there, unless you're saying what the what to me streaming, because, yeah, that's what the what too. Too much talking, not enough getting this bad boy lit. Boom, boom, boom. Well, I already chased away more people than I had, so I'm doing a good job. Oh, Scott, you can hop on whatever, man. I don't care. I'm just sitting here. I will babble at the screen, whether it's just me or nobody here. Don't care. Like I said, I decided to come outside. Anyway, even though Vic wasn't hopping on because I had already made a drink, already had my cigar. So I figured why not. Oh, it's good to see you guys here. It's been a while. Oh, anybody got any big plans for the New Year's? I can order whatever from Chad. I don't know. I actually got this one shipped to me. This wasn't directly from Chad. It came from the store. So Houston, Texas, NASA Liquors was the ones who did the shipping, and I only had to send my label 4 times. So when it finally showed up, I wasn't even expecting it. It just showed up at the door, and it's actually still pretty good. You're waiting on your backbone. Is that the new backbone, dude? If that's the new backbone, he just picked those up from Amin right before he left for Kentucky. So those will probably be on the way because he took backbones down to Kentucky with him to drop off. And that's why he went down there yesterday. So I'm sure you'll see your backbone soon. The one backbone just came in. Are you talking about the rum barrel one? Oh, Scoots, you're getting yours late too, man. There's been a couple other people that ordered those that still got them besides you, and a couple that got them like right away with like in 2 days and stuff. Man, is that seal box or is it shared pour? No, it's one of the two. Ben, you're leaving me hanging, man. You gotta tell me which backbone, because I can take care of that for you. I'm supposed to run into Chad hopefully next week, so let me know. And those of you that got in on the old Skelly, I'm supposed to grab those this weekend or by next Wednesday. So then I'll start getting those out to everybody. But just trying to coordinate holiday schedules with Travis to be able to get that stuff. So he was out of town with the family for a holiday vacation. So it's fun. Man, 3 months ago. Shit. I don't know. But if you don't have it, you make sure you let me know which one, and I will take and get it from him, and I'll take care of it, bud. I got to procure wax last bottle too, so that is still at Almonds, because when I went up there last, they sent it to the wrong one, the wrong Almonds. So, yay me, I went to the wrong place. So I got to pick his up. So I can grab yours too when I'm up there. Not a big deal. Your latest Sporgate has been finished already. Was that your Kelvin 60, sir? The Illinois ones, the PO finally went in today. All the ones I pre-sold, the PO finally went in today. It's only been a good month or better since I did the pre-orders for the stores. So Illinois is going to be seeing some. Anybody going to be on the lookout? Let me know. My local store that's right down the street. He ordered multiple cases. So if anybody needs one, let me know. I'll help you out. I'm not gonna lie, kind of glad he got those late in the game, just because, just like Tim said, yours is gone, mine's almost gone. Hey, Jason Calori in the house, Gary Franchi in the house. What's up, guys? Big Vic feeling a little under the weather, so I already had the cigar ready. I had the cocktail ready to hang out with him, have a cigar. So I figured I'd just go on. Why not? So. Having a little old Overholt 114, old fashioned with a nice banger from Caldwell, Lost and Found from their Age series. Rigged. Yeah, dude, it was really rigged. And I should have known better. I got done with my workout this morning and came out here like 6 a.m. to have a cigar and coffee. Why not after a couple mile run? And Vic was still streaming. So I should have known there was a possibility he wasn't going to make it tonight. So... no big thing. I'm here, hanging out. The link is somewhere way up in the chat. Mr. Jigs, what's going on? Thank you for sending that box out today. Just send me your details so I can get you taken care of on that, buddy. What is the day that ends in Y, so he's got to go? No, he told me this morning that we were just going to probably do like a hangout, like a private or whatever, and just have cigars and shoot the shit. He wasn't going live. It was just, we were just going to chill and have some cigars all together. Just a little cigar hangout. So wasn't exactly going live. I decided to go live on my own. Someone's on me, Ben. So new guys in the chat, what's everybody drinking? Is everybody done with their top lists of the year? I'm waiting for Gary's top list of the year. Really looking forward to that video, let me tell you. Jason, I was looking forward to your list here at the end of the year. I'm sure Ben's going to have one as well. Slapshot, what's going on, buddy? Cheers to you, sir. I think my list would be a little biased at this point of the year. Definitely got some top 5 pours. Don't know if I would do a bourbon. Don't know if I would do a rye list or an all over. Yeah, see, that's just it. There were so many. And this year was different. Gary knows this. Ben knows this. I really cut back on the buying aspect. I probably tasted more stuff than I've ever tasted, which was fun. So that's why my list would probably be a little different. On the buying side, I've just really tried to refine what I got going, and I cleared a bunch of stuff out. So pretty wild year that way. Definitely have my tops. I mean, Gary knows this. Gary was with me. Probably the top pour. This is a spoiler alert. My top pour at 2023. The 2023 Michter's 25. Legacy Tour, got to have that. It doesn't get much better than that pour. That was really special. It was really good, and I don't think there's beating that for me this year. I had a lot of great stuff, but that was pretty magical. I mean, that definitely hits way different than 20 or 23 Pappy. Hits way better than a lot of 20-year-old stuff. This is really good. It was really good. They know what they're doing when they bring the science in the game to make sure we're tasting something that's really good. Using the markers with the mass spectrometer and everything else that they do there. So huge props to what Michter's and the team there's got going on. I love it, dude. I love it. Cat's out of the bag, man. Jason got that Blanton's. I'm guessing is that the special Rickhouse? Was it the special Rickhouse one this year? It wasn't the toasted. That was before, right? I don't know. Jeffrey Whack in the house. Jeffrey, maybe you can do me this favor. Maybe you can get the answer from Kelsey what my mystery pour is that he sent me. Because I'm going to do this as my first pour after I finish my cocktail, and I'm going to try to, blind it and guess what it is. So maybe you can hold the secret answer. Dude, Jason, you are right. Oh, dude, 100%. The berry bombs, dude. Blueberry, Forgate, dude, that thing, your pick, smasher, dude. Like, super, super impressed by that. Richie Z in the house. What's going on, buddy? Awesome. Dude, I got the all-star cast in here. We got Whack, we got Ben, we got Richie Z, Jason Calori, the Mashing Drum, Mr. Franchi, Slapshot. We got our crazy fifth quarter tailgate. I think he's still in here. I don't know. He hasn't said anything in a while. Anyone try the Amberwana Finish Lucky 7? No, I have not tried that one. I've tried most of them, you know. I like to compare them to the 4-gate one. Biased on that end. I think each Amberwana has its own signature flavor profile. I don't think many of them are exactly the same. Which I think is fun about it. You know, Starlight's the little Debbie oatmeal cream pie. RD1 is the Hostess apple pie. You got the 4-gate, which I think comes across as that non-frosted Jakarta cinnamon from the Cinnabon. Barrels is like Cinnamon Toast Crunch hardcore, like dry Cinnamon Toast Crunch right out of the box, no milk added, you know. Johnny Five, I'm gonna agree with you. It was good for like a half a pour. I didn't buy one. I got to try it. It was interesting. It gave me those vibes and that quick remembrance of the Hostess apple pie from when I was a kid. But like that one little sip was enough for me. I didn't need a full pour. I didn't need a bottle of it, you know. But probably not going out and buying too many Amberwanas myself, you know. The 4-gate one, I do appreciate it, you know. A little over 30 days in the barrel. It doesn't ruin my glass for the rest of the night like the others do, so I appreciate that fact. And Jason, I got to track down like 2 more of the 4-gate picks so I can have like the all-star 4-gate single barrel off there, because I've got 3 of them now, so got to see who's reigns supreme. We got the Pour Nerds, we got you, we've got Handy Spot Liquors up in Angola, Indiana, in the Fort Wayne area. I got to grab the Justin's House of Bourbons ones. So yeah, kind of want to do that pour off and see how they all go. I think it'd be a fun 4-gate stream too, just to see. I mean, I know what everybody's tastes like. I got a good idea. That Berry Bomb's hard to beat. Mr. Sean, this mother trucker is having a banger, which is a Caldwell Lost and Found series. So Lost and Found series is older aged tobaccos found in the cigar factories, and Caldwell Cigars puts together blends with the old aged random offshoots, and it's once they're done, they're done. They're not repeatable, and it just comes down to how much leaf left is how many are produced. So having the banger tonight. Had my last one I had from them, one of the greatest names in the cigar game. Laugh at it. So you see the nightstand there. It was the One Night Stand. They got some good names. They got another one that was in the series following. That was it was a swing, so it was called the Swinger. You see where they're going with their naming. So, what's everybody sipping on tonight? I know Sean's got something in the glass. Tim, what are you sipping on? I know you got something too. And I will say, after all this time, this is the first time I've ever used Old Overholt in Old Fashioned. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I've seen it offered at a lot of bars. I've never made one. I've never made one with Old Overholt. It's pretty good. The 114 holds up pretty good. Pretty good. Not my favorite, but I'm digging it. Oh, Slapshot going with Lafroy 10. Very nice. Very nice. I can dig that. When you talk Lefroy Slapshot, one of the best cocktails. Wow. One of the best cocktails I've had in a long time was a couple years ago, and it was the Lefroy 16, I believe, and it was called the After Dinner Cigar. It was made with Madame Laveau tobacco bitters out of New Orleans with a Lefroy 16. There's some sherry in there, and then it was smoked as well. Dude, let me tell you, it was like drinking a cigar. You didn't need to have a cigar after dinner. It was like drinking one, but not in an offensive way. It's a really good cocktail. Just finished off a dram, foolproof pick. Just poured a Remus pick from Slightly Toasted. Dude, the boys at Slightly Toasted have been rolling it out since you were there for their tasting. They rolled it out over Christmas here. Man, that place is a sleeper. It's not open late. If you know about that place, right next to the train, great place. Oh man, they've got some killer barrel picks up in there. They always have a Pappy night, which you get to run through the whole flight. Tim can attest to it. It's super cheap, man. You're not going to find it anywhere cheaper in the city for the whole flight. Just the greatest people run that place, man. Slightly Toasted is amazing. I do enjoy that place. Johnny Five, yeah, the Kingslayer. That's the killer one, dude. That's the killer pour from back in the day. I did enjoy that one. Will there be a big league 4-gate single barrel? If I had a big enough following, probably. The baseball group's probably going to do a single barrel pick this year, which I will make available to people. We did do a blue run pick. Jason, you can start your lapping now. One of the things the blue run, if you don't know, one of the owners is one of the former owners, now that Coors bought it, was a former college baseball player who did get offered a pro contract. His roommate did play pro ball, part of the pro baseball group. Blue Run's always treated us great. When the Chosen Series was announced, we were one of the first 5 groups in it. So we have a Blue Run pick. It's interesting. I'm waiting on it. I didn't get to go do the tasting. They provided one hell of a time for the guys that were there. They did it in Vegas because Joe at the time was rehabbing in Las Vegas with the A's AAA team. So with the Vegas Golden Knights, I believe they're still the Golden Knights. I know they had that problem with the Army about that name. But the Vegas hockey team had won the Stanley Cup. They actually brought the Stanley Cup over to the baseball field, and they were all drinking out of the Stanley Cup and got to have samples. They poured some whiskey in the Stanley Cup and drank out of it. They poured beers in there. They got to do the whole shebang out on the field and in the clubhouse. So they gave them a great experience. The barrel we got was one of Jim Rutledge's personal barrels. Can attest to it. Like I said, I haven't tasted it yet. Walker Buehler from the Dodgers autographed baseball cards for this pick. So, I mean, it's cool in a lot of ways. We attached a big charity to it with Walker Buehler's charity, and we're raising a shit ton of money for his charity. Because we tagged a charity price on it for everybody in the baseball group. So that was our big one this year. But this next year, our big pick or high dollar pick is going to be a 4-gate pick. But I will release some of those to our YouTube folks. So technically, yeah, it'll kind of be a big league pick. I mean, it'll be a big league baseball pick. I'll be associated with it. I'll be part of it. So there you go. Tim, I don't know about their advent calendar this year, but in the past, I did one of their advent calendars. God, it was at the end of COVID. I picked it up the first time at the end of COVID. So, Jason, I knew you'd be in on that one. I don't think you were here when I was talking about it. The Skelly Bones pick, I'm picking up either Sunday or Wednesday, roughly about that time, because I'll be out in the burbs. Travis should be back from his family vacation, so I'll have those and start rolling those out to all you guys that got in on that, So I'll do a live stream for that so we can all open them and have fun and check it all out together. I think everybody will have fun. Should be pretty fun in all ways. Double barreled, almost 19-year-old goodness, so why not? Yeah, dude. I'll open it up to whatever. We'll get some good picks sold. I got an opportunity. Depending if baseball takes some stuff, I do have some pretty awesome opportunities coming up for picks. As part of baseball, we might have something super exciting. I have to talk to the two gentlemen next week. So we have a nice small crowd. We have an eclectic crowd of bourbon appreciators here. So if you know anything about Blom Brothers, yep, I'm going there. Blom Brothers. So those guys are massive, massive St. Louis Cardinals fans. I got one of the St. Louis Cardinals that is going to be part of the pick. And I was told if I got a big leaguer from the Cardinals to come to Blom Brothers, I could have my pick of the litter, and they still have some of the old stuff, if you know what I'm talking about and know your way back with Blom Brothers. So that is a possibility. We're working on lining it up tomorrow. It's not Yachty, but it is one of their current big league players. So we're setting it up. Also, if you don't know, Blom Brothers is actually opening up a bar in downtown Galena. It will open in March. It's going to be ridiculous. Got to hear firsthand about it today. One of my guys got a walkthrough. Whoa, they're doing some really cool shit there. Jeffrey Wack, I am always down to collab with you, buddy. Hello, whiskey friends. I'm in. So yeah, there's those. There's a couple other picks that have been floated my way from some cool distilleries that we all appreciate. Some stuff that really hasn't been on the market for a while for pick wise. So just got to play the logistics game, see if I can line everything up with everything else I got going on. Kelsey has no idea what he sent. He sent me a package with 2 samples. Just tell him one was the 13th Colony Double Oak. That was for my friend that's a doctor. And then he included a bonus sample he said I would absolutely enjoy. Just ask him one more time. I'm going to do it anyway, whether he knows or not. And I'll do my best to figure it out. What's right? Jason's saying it's rice whiskey. What'd I miss? Are you saying I'm going to go pick some rice whiskey? I wasn't cool enough to get on the New Orleans list. It's not rice whiskey. That'd be cool, though. Those are pretty decent. Oh, that's what you're saying. Kelsey likes to send the Melek. I got you. I got you. I got you. I don't know. Of course, he sent it in the amber, so I can't get a real good look without opening it and pouring it. So we'll see here in just a minute. I'm almost done with the cocktail. all I know is he texted me and said it would be absolutely killer. So he's never done me wrong. And it's definitely got to be better than my Secret Santa. So that's all I know. Not everybody gets that Super Weller Special Reserve for their big bottle and a Secret Santa. Do I have a StreamYard Bud? Yeah, I posted it way up in there. All right. Get this out, give this some air. I'm almost done with the cocktail. Have this before getting that 6th Street 10-year MGP rye. It's a pretty fun one, man. Live and die by the Secret Santa. Yeah, Jeffrey, I did live and die by the Secret Santa. Not everybody is lucky enough to have their Secret Santa go shop off the Meijer shelf. Everything right off the Meijer shelf. Too far up. I'll get it done in a minute. Just so everybody knows, I'm going to pour the Kelsey bonus sample. None of us know what it is. In the glass she goes. It doesn't smell bad. I'll tell you that. It's already better than anything I got in Secret Santa. I promise you. I did, however, get my first ever, you can all laugh at this, my first ever Jim Beam extra aged in my Secret Santa box. Wow. That was killer. Ooh. No, Kelsey did me right. He did me right. I'm sure Secret Santa's cigars were pulled from the golf bag. Gary, I could have teed off with those things. They were so hard. I mean, even as brittle as they were on the outside, they were solid as a freaking tree branch. Like, they might have been in a golf bag for 2-3 seasons. I'm out in the garage because I'm smoking a cigar. No smoking cigars in the dugout. Don't have the ventilation in there yet. I think I've got the wife convinced to let me do that for next year. And Garage Gym has been in full effect for 3 days now. So 2024, got to get in shape. No more big league bourbon. So got to take care of those things. Those little boys are getting bigger, and getting in crazy sports and everything else. So Dad's got to chase after them. Can't live off the fastball forever, man. Got to be able to hit some doubles and run the bases. Oh, Jigsy. Love it. Round is the shape. Yeah. My kids will say that. They're in first grade. And they seem to draw me that way very well. On the nose, Jeffrey, I'm man, this got an older MGP smell to it, buddy. It's got some nice sticky legs. I don't know. It smells good. Should be fun and interesting coming off an old fashioned. So what's everybody doing for New Year's? Do we have any killer cigars planned? Any killer bottle openings? Killer pours you're breaking out? Anything exciting going on? Dude, Jason, man, I'm right there, man. I've been getting my 10,000 steps plus a workout in every day. So, getting 2 45-minute in between. One's a walk, one's a run on the elliptical, so getting the miles in, then getting workouts in too, getting back to it, man. It used to be life when I was a baseball player, man. I went to the gym when I played pro ball. I was there at 6 a.m. every day. I went back at 3. I went back at 11, man. And there was throwing in between. So I'm not scared of it. Just like anything else, man, you just make choices. And the choices probably weren't always the best with my time. So got away from me. It got away from me, and there's no excuse for it. So I've been back getting up at 4 a.m. and working out. So there's the link. Anybody wants to pop in, 37 minutes to listen to me ramble. Anybody else wants to jump in, please jump in. I'm going to bust in the sample here in a little bit. Got a couple bottles I'm going to take in, taste out. Got that 6th Street I'm going to do. 10-year MGP rye. I've got the Dragon's Milk Origin Honey Barrel. 117.5 proofer. So some good things we're going to take in, try here tonight. Anybody wants to jump on that in the chat? If you don't, no big deal. I'm just going to sit here and keep on rambling because I'm good at it. Next question for all the baseball guys out there. Jason's in here. Jason, who's going to be your big signing this year, man? Didn't get any of the Japanese pitchers. The relief guy went to San Diego. You got both the starters going out to the Dodgers. I hear you guys are in on Bellinger. The Cubs are in on Bellinger. But $200 million, 8 years, that's a push for me. Not going there personally. Josh Hader's still out there. You got Mr. Diaz coming back. Do you need Hader? I mean, that'd be a nasty 1-2 combination if you can get it to that point. I mean, man, the 8th and the 9th would be locked down for sure with that kind of bullpen if you got the starters to roll with it. Stroman's still out there as a starter. Bo Bichette's out there in the trade market. Do you guys move him to third base? Maybe trade a Brett Batty up to the Blue Jays to make that happen? I don't know. I'm still waiting for New York Yankees. I'm waiting for the Mets to make some moves. I'm waiting for the Cubs to make some moves. There's a lot of good 1A guys. I think we've seen a lot of the tier 1 guys go. There's some good 1A guys. There are some killer reclamation projects, exactly like Bellinger was for the Cubs this year. Former MVP that had 3 crappy years, barely hitting his weight, actually hit under his weight 3 years in a row and comes back and tears it up. So I see some good things going on. There's some good players out there. I just wonder what everybody's thinking everybody's going to do. Yeah, Jason, I agree. I agree something's got to happen after Soto. There needs to be a move, man. I mean, y'all did just get hit with the largest luxury tax ever until next year when the Dodgers get nailed with theirs. because they just got the Mets. You guys got nailed with $110 million luxury tax. Gotta be grabbing somebody. Tim Evans, you're correct, man. The Cubs are right there knocking on the door. Pulled the big manager in. Come on, make a move. I mean, they haven't even signed Rhys Hoskins, who has been talked about all this time. I expected him to be under contract already. That would have been a good move for the Cubs, so there's definitely some moves that got to happen. The Mets are bad at being rich, too. Well, I mean, yeah, you got an owner with a lot of money, man. A lot of money. God. I don't know. I just expect something to happen. I want to see something happen. I want to see free agency open it up here, man. I want to see more guys off the board. We haven't even seen we saw the Mets trade for Soto, not Mets, the Yankees. I'm sorry, New York team. We saw that trade, but we haven't even seen a lot of trade action, I want to see Bo Bichette get traded. I think that dude is an amazing player. I mean, we still got a modern day guy in the analytics world that plays a solid shortstop but would make a hell of a third baseman. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather see him at third. But we got a guy who still puts up 200 hits a year, puts up over 20 home runs a year, 100 runs, knocks in 100 a year, steals some bags. Dude, that's an absolute baller, even in the analytics era. I mean, we don't see a lot of guys put up 200 hits a year. He would change a lot of lineups very dynamically. I mean, even on the Mets, he would change up that lineup from what they have right now. And I think he makes them a contender by putting guys on base, for Alonso, for Lindor. I mean, God, there's so much that can be done with that lineup. There's so much you could do on the Cubs lineup, just filling that extra space at third base over, the Wisdom tandem over at third, I mean, there's always room for Patrick to play. I love that guy. I've got to hang out with him several times. Bill got to meet him from Foregate and hang out with him at spring training last year when I had those guys out for spring training when we were doing our opening out there. Patrick is amazing. Hell of a power hitter. But, man, we got to get something going for the Cubs. The White Sox, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Eloy Jimenez is still on the market. Dylan Cease is still on the market. I can see the Mets going after Dylan Cease. Jason, I feel bad for you if they go after Eloy, though. I do. That guy can't stay healthy, and I just don't see him fitting in. I don't. I have heard you guys in the mix for Justin Turner, though. Justin Turner would be a nice addition to just about any contender right now. He can play some third, play some first, hell of a DH, amazing in the clubhouse. The guy's just a winner. He's a winner. JD Martinez is still out there, I think, as well. Another winner. The guy wins. The guy puts up his numbers every year. Two solid bats. Who's the lost cause, Tim? JD, Justin Turner, which one? You got to tell me which one, not just lost cause. I do want the Mets to go younger. Focus on speed. Nah, dude, I love JT, man. He's a good dude. I mean, absolute gamer. And, he's the voice you need in a clubhouse. He is. All right, I'm going to this first little sip, guys. This was provided by Kelsey. I don't know what it is. Oh, that's a fruity bugger. Woo! Oh, the White Sox lost cause there. Yeah. Man, they had everything all lined up for them the right way. And they did themselves dirty. Fucking White Sox. They can go ahead and blame Yohan Moncada all they want, but you know what? He's not there. He's not the problem. You know, I'm gonna forever say Andrew Vaughn was the wrong draft pick there for where they were at, and he hurt them. He hurt them. Them trying to make him an outfielder, them trying to make him a first baseman, them kicking Abreu out, even though he's towards the end, was a bad move to keep Andrew Vaughn and keep on trying to play Vaughn. Andrew Vaughn, to me, is the second coming of Brian Anderson. Brian Anderson was another guy they believed in so highly, and just rode that train way too long, man. And they burnt a lot of other prospects and a lot of veterans that should have stayed there. So, man. That is very drying to the palate. It feels like some MGP. It's got a little bit of heat to it, not a lot. It's got a little bit of hug that comes back up. I'm gonna say it's probably in that. God, it feels like it's in that 110, 114, 115 range. It's got some berry notes. I think it might smell older than it is, but it's got some age on it. It's got that little watering. Richie, I don't think it's finished at all. I really don't think it's finished. If it is, it's not a strong finish. It's definitely some MGP. It's got to be. It's good. It's good. Man. I don't know. That might be like a Pingree Blue Label, one of the single barrels. It's not older than 10. If it is one of those, it's either an 8-year or a 10-year. Maybe an 8-year. It's got a little bit of that orange that comes through on some of those MGPs that Pingree does have, which could also make it a couple other brands that are out there that do have those same type of barrels. I'm gonna lean that direction unless Kelsey has an idea or we find out from the Waxster. He was trying to find out. Maybe my clues can help. There's that quick, almost like breadiness that quickly fades into like a berry that has a little bit of that odd orange to it. I don't know. It's interesting. It's really interesting. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna stick to that to my guess that it's like that's gonna be my guess. That is an 8-year Blue Label Pingree. I don't know. I'm probably way wrong. About 100. I'd say 112 proofer. That's my final guess on this. Mr. Jiggs, man, you are not wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Flacco. Yes, old man Joe Flacco possibly taking a team to the playoffs after the Jets dump him because Aaron Rodgers is coming to town. The Jets are eliminated. Joe Flacco comes off the street and looks like he is taking the Browns to the playoffs. And while we're at it, I'm a Tampa fan. I know our schedule is weak. But how about Baker's year? Not on a bad year. But I got a guess now, so I'm going to bring him in. He's going to talk a little football, a little baseball. How about this guy?
What's up, buddy?
Not too much, man. How about you?
Doing good.
Good.
I always feel like I want to, get a chance to talk to you and chill out more. So might as well do
dude,
it.
100%. 100%.
Might as well do it online a little bit.
Yeah, I know, man. I always appreciate when we get to hang out and shoot the shit, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been good this year. Got to see you on the road quite a few times. So
yeah, for sure.
Run into you, which is awesome. But yeah, we don't get to talk that much, man. I wish we got to talk more.
Yeah, for sure. I know you're all the way out in Cali, so it's a little bit tough.
I live by Scott, dude.
Oh yeah, why did I think Cali? That's right.
I don't know.
That's right.
Live like 40 minutes from Scott.
That's right. You're in Wisconsin. I forgot.
Yeah, I live right by Scott, man.
I'm gonna have to drive past his house and go see you.
Yeah. Oh, you do have to drive past his house to come see me.
Are you north of Scott?
No, I'm south of Scott on I-90.
Oh, so that means you're a little closer. That's nice.
Yeah. Like I'm the last exit in Illinois. Right before you cross over and it says welcome to Wisconsin, I'm that exit.
Yeah.
And I live in a car 1 minute off the exit. So I'm not that far. I am not that far at all.
Let's do, man. How was your holiday?
Oh man, dude, with the kids, everything has been fantastic. It's been good. It's been good. It's been pretty wild. They're little, so when you got twin 7-year-olds walking around, my daughter's 12. She thinks she's like 25.
Oh, of course.
But she's taller than mom now.
Oh,
my 12-year-old daughter is now 5'7".
Oh wow.
5'7", playing volleyball and basketball at the same time. She's playing the travel volleyball. Made she made the basketball team as a 6th grader for the 7th grade team. So,
damn,
she's doing good. I mean, she's
yes, she is.
Dude, she's tall and athletic. She can jump. She's got hand-eye coordination. Like she's actually really coordinated for being so tall. So, she's got some good stuff to work with. Dude, are you drinking out of a wee Glen?
Huh?
Are you being so pretentious you're drinking out of a wee Glen?
No, I got like a stemmed brandy thing going on here.
Oh, okay. The way you were holding it, it looked like a wee Glen. I'm like, God damn, wee Ben is drinking out of a wee Glen.
Oh, I got to show you guys a glass I got for the holidays as a gift. That is unbelievable. I don't know if you've heard of this glass yet. Let me grab it.
Did you get one of those crazy world of whiskey glasses?
It's called the ice glass.
Mm-hmm.
This one, have you seen this glass before? The ice
Yes.
glass. These are $50 each for these damn things.
What?
Dude, but
I will say this.
Have you noticed out of one yet?
Yes.
Holy shit.
You put a whiskey in a Glen versus this, it is a completely
different.
It's completely different. I want to buy more of these, to be honest, because it's insane how
Jason, that glass is not
notes
Fat Man
up
approved.
100%.
My sausage hands would break that thing in 2 seconds.
dude, I got sausage fingers too. It's not too
I
bad.
know. I would. Oh,
That was the fat guy, the one without sausage fingers.
yeah. I mean, I think it's a prerequisite.
Dude, I don't
if
have
you're in
sausage
whiskey
fingers,
too,
but I
you
can
gotta have
destroy a
sausage
baseball
fingers.
in my hand.
Yeah, like guys, like if you have not tried out these, now they're made in Germany. If you could see the logo here, ice glass. It's
Hold on, let me see if I can solo you with that. There you go.
There you go. So
I'm learning the iPad here. Come on.
Yeah, so somebody had done like a blind sampling to me, and they gave me 3 different glasses, and obviously they were trying to sell me on this glass, and I could not believe. Now, normally I don't. Yeah, I always felt like different people I think react to different glassware, but this one in particular, I can definitively say that there is a huge difference in what you smell from a Glen versus this. It's incredible. You smell. I mean, there's more layers to the whiskey that you could smell with this glass. It's crazy.
Oh, dude, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
I've got what is it? I've got some of they're like the brandy tasting glasses, the small tulips that really taper in and then taper out like that. The long stemmed ones.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow, did those make the biggest difference ever? The first time I got into those, and that came from Almonds up in Wisconsin that Scott goes and hits up too.
Yeah.
He has those up on the tasting bar, and he's like, dude, take a couple of these. Whenever I'm doing nosing notes, I use those because I get so much better notes than any other type of glass.
Yeah, it's crazy. I could not believe the difference. Yeah, it was just nuts. I was like, wow, this is. I'm like,
and I'll tell you, with that type of glass, I feel like I know what I'm doing nosing.
Yeah.
Because with the Glen, some days good, some days bad. But with those, everything seems very refined and prominent.
Oh, for sure. It's like I said, it's not, when you kind of talk about like top notes and notes that are in depth, I feel like with the Glen, you get a lot of the top notes, but I feel like with that glass, you can also get a lot of the oak and some of the other layers underneath that you don't get with the Glen.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. No, man, that'll be a huge hit with you when you're doing some more of your stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably get another 2, so I have like a set of 4. This way, I just have
Yeah.
I got 2 as a gift from my mom, which was really cool of her to find them.
Oh, very cool.
They are available on Amazon. You can get them, but they're about $50 each, and apparently they never go on sale.
Hey, man, good shit that works, like good tools in life. I'm gonna say this. This in graphic design and art.
Yep.
Ben's been in music. Anybody in music, anybody that has a craft type as a skill knows the better the tools, the better the results, because you can speed up time. It's more refined. I don't care. It really helps, man.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe the difference. I was like,
I
was blown away.
The next thing I'm going to taste is this 6th Street. They've always been good. This one is a 10-year MGP rye at 118 proof, man.
Ooh.
This one came out of NASA Liquors in Houston, was a pick by Mythical in Wisconsin / we'll just call it Kentucky. Half the group's in Kentucky, half of it's here in Wisconsin.
We'll just call it Kentucky.
We'll just call it Kentucky, man. Half those guys live all over. Half are in Lexington, half are in Louisville area. But man, this is like hardcore traditional MGP rye.
So very 95.5 herbal, citrusy.
Yeah, you're gonna get that herbal. You're gonna get the honey. It compares well to our River Kelvin Rye 10 that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as concentrated, so it doesn't have as long of a finish. Gets a little short in the mid palate and on the finish compared to the River Kelvin Rye,
mm-hmm.
but you're getting the same notes. You're getting that earthy honey. You're getting that little bit of spearmint up front that quick transitions into a little caramel honey notes. It's a killer pour, man. I mean, 6th Street has put out some amazing ryes. I mean,
nice.
And that the guitar bottle. How can you go wrong?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what's a killer pour that shouldn't be? This shit right here. Like, why is it so cheap and good?
Which one was that one? Would you hold up?
JTS Brown Hunter Proofer. It's
Yeah.
always been a good pour, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because it's made by this place called Schmevin Schmill.
Schmill? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. It actually tells you that it's made by Heaven Hill on the back, so we can say it's Heaven Hill.
I mean,
Right.
It's still Schmevin Schmill to me.
think about their best budget pours.
Schmozes?
Evan Williams white label, JTS Brown.
Yeah.
You know, the old green label 6 years. You know, you're talking quality pours that all used to be in the $10 to $20 range if you really knew what you were drinking.
Those whiskeys were made for native Kentuckians from heritage distilleries to drink freaking whiskey. That's what they were for.
It was the guys filling the barrel that were like, this doesn't suck. And
Yeah,
you know,
my buddies need to drink it too. That's what that stuff was.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me all you guys wish you didn't have a case of Green Label still.
I was a little after that, so I didn't get into that one.
I wish I had a case of the white label bottle and bonds. I have a couple of greens.
Yeah, I have a couple of greens, and I think I only have like 1 or 2 bottle and bonds left. They're hard to
Yeah.
kind of hanging out with them. They're kind of hard to say no to when you're in the mood, you know?
They are, man. You know, that's when you don't feel guilty. Well, I do now. Like bringing it out with a lot of people that aren't regular bourbon drinkers. You know, when you have people over and stuff like that, breaking that out, it gives them a nice entry level. The proof's not too high. It gives them an idea of something good, you know, affordable, something that's approachable for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Chris, you saw my call the other day.
Yeah, JW Dant is not a Heaven Hill.
Mm.
I don't think it is anymore, is it? I thought it was separated now.
Might be now. It was. I don't know now.
Now, you give me some 1960s JW Dant, I'm going to dance all over the place and do my hamp dance.
Yeah, because it tastes like Big League Chew.
Oh, my God, that shit's so good.
Well, if I remember, I know Heaven Hill, there was a lawsuit recently, but I do know that Heaven Hill bought Dan in like the early 90s, but they
were having a lawsuit with the Log Still guys.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Log Still Distilling.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, because that's part of the Dant family, and they were trying to get the name back. Or you put their name Dant on Log Still, and Heaven Hill didn't want that to happen. So maybe you guys are right. It is a Heaven Hill product now. Yeah, that was what, Jason, like 2 years ago that started? I think it's still going.
I believe that I think the settlement was they both get to show Heaven Hill and Log Still Distilling like rights. I'm not sure how that works as far as like a co-branding thing, but I think that's what the settlement was.
Okay. Water.
What's that?
No, I was talking to Bonnie. Sorry.
Oh,
Ben's asking for the water.
Yeah,
Ben, you got to get a good water bottle glass.
I have one. It's care of Jerry Black. I'll be here in a second.
Oh, the come and go is on its way.
The old cum guzzler.
Hello, people. Goodbye, people.
Ben, I happened to be in Iowa this last week, and I drove by a come and go, and every time I drive by one, I think of you.
You know, just that makes me so happy.
Scott, that might be TMI for most people, buddy.
Well,
it's not TMI for me.
No.
Once again, that might be TMI for everybody.
Probably, yes.
Could be.
And then I came into the
brands
the
destroyed
land
by
of
other
Casey's, and I was like, thank God we have pizza now. I have a Casey's literally 500 feet from my house. That's a.
Oh, so we are going to the Promised Land this weekend. If you guys need anything,
the Promised
Land?
What?
The Promised Land in Canterbury, Connecticut.
Oh, IT's house.
Irene's.
Miss Irene Tan.
After our stream the other night, Ben, I literally did look at flights to Rhode Island. I was like,
And dude, Irene does some amazing stuff, man. She's awesome. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Stuff out of the bunker for this weekend.
Yeah,
she wants to have a little end of the year thing. So
she just did the class with Nancy Fraley for Nancy Fraley's master blending tasting class.
Yep, and Nancy
had some great things to say about Irene after that, by the way.
And they're starting to talk about teaming up a little bit. So just take your wallet.
They're supposed to be doing a blend together.
Oh, I know. I'm supposed to taste it this weekend.
Kind of excited about that.
Just take your wallet and throw it at them and be done with it.
Just take my money.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, just thank you.
I don't know. I think most people that are in here, I mean, there's only 6 of us, but I think everybody here, throws everything at Jason's picks.
Yeah.
Jason's pick?
I don't be here tomorrow, Jason. Yeah. I can't wait to crack.
I don't have any of Jason's picks. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, Jason, I'm going to throw this one at you. This is going to be a random what, and you need to ask Scott about this, okay? I gave Bourbon a bottle of this. They do very few bottles a year.
It's right here.
This is called Cabin Still. It's made in Milwaukee.
This stuff.
It's a 4-year that they then double barrel for another 2 years. And
there's my next barrels.
They only put about 5 or 6 out a year.
Mm-hmm.
They're freaking ridiculous.
Really?
Hard cherry.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna say that thing almost looks like it's got it almost looks like it's got like a red hue to it.
Yeah. One of their other ones is like Red Cabin or whatever, and that they do put in a Cabernet cask as a secondary cask. But these are just double barreled, and most of them come out at 120 or better. 6-year, and dude, they're made in smaller casks. They fucking bang, dude, and they're like $45 a bottle.
Wow.
Like
the nose is just I literally
it's stupid good, dude. It's in his backyard. As you can see, it's Central Standard. He'll know exactly what that is if you tell him.
It's unbelievable. Like Chris was like, "Here, you need this bottle." We were exchanging.
Yeah, Ben laughed at me. He was like, "What?"
I didn't laugh. I was like,
"I don't even know what that is." I'm like, "Dude, it's Wisconsin. You need it."
And then I cracked it, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Speaking of really terrible Mash and Journey picks, I found this one bunkered.
Oh, dude, I only have about this much left of that one.
That bottle was pretty legendary.
It was, dude.
I found that I was like going through some of my stuff here today, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I know that top."
I have a couple of those left, and I'm
sorry, Scott with the Fro made that bottle amazing to me, and I had to trade somebody local that got one and was like, didn't really know, and I'm like, I need this. They're like, what? I'm like, I'm gonna trade you some hardcore tater shit for that. They're like, okay. They had no clue, and dude, I crushed that bottle hard. Like I said, I barely have any left, but dude, that is, I'm gonna tell you. I have like 8. I have like 8 new Lous.
Tater bottle.
Okay. I've never come close to finishing a new Lou or really enjoying many new Lous. You guys nailed it.
Yeah, that
nailed it on that one.
To be honest, and I told everybody this, that Nulu kind of fell in our lap. It was a barrel that somebody had chosen for Nulu, and they backed out of it, and then we got a couple samples. And we didn't, just kind of like you, I've had some really good Nulus, but none of them ever really wowed me for the $120 price point that most.
Nothing I wanted to pay the price point for, dude.
Yeah, so when that one came out and we got the sample for it, we were like, "What the hell is this beast? This is crazy good." So we're like, "Hey, let's try." We think it's really good, and it was kind of a slow rollout at first because of the price point, but once people started trying it, I think Darrell bought 8 of them. He just kept buying them.
Dude, Yeah, it's super freaking good, man. I was so happy with that. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad I traded some bullshit tater shit for this. Woo!
Yeah, it's good stuff. I can't believe you still have a full one of those, Scott. That's crazy.
Mine's gone.
I think I purposely put it in a box that I would never look in.
Yeah.
So that I wouldn't drink it. You know? That first bottle went fast for me.
Shit, Johnny Five still has an unopened Whack Attack.
Oh,
Wow, that's a legendary bottle.
Hell yeah, that was a great bottle.
Mine's not killed, but it's open. I haven't had that in a long time. Where is that?
I mean, I know Johnny Five has some crazy stuff there. He brought up a name of something. I do have a bottle of this, sticker free.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Sticker free. Yeah.
Sticker free.
That's a turd free guarantee.
Yeah.
The other one I have is the raspberry donut one from Driftless.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know what you're talking about. None of these Driftless are
that
good.
one was probably
you know what? I'm telling
donuts.
you, Jason and Scott are probably Scott and Gary Franchi, because I've done picks with Gary. Are probably the only people that have done a lot of picks compared to, unfortunately, what I've done, because I figured out how many I've done for stores and other groups and stuff. Like, dude, I'm up to 29 freaking picks.
Of just Driftless?
Driftless.
Holy shit.
I thought you were talking total. I was like,
that's crazy.
Dude, I have so many bottles of Driftless. Like, when I did that stuff with Gary, we did that one, and it became the Sesame Street series. That was they were the short barrels, so there were 7 of them, and none of them yielded over like 66 bottles.
Yeah, I think I got 2 of those. One of them's half gone already. Because I share it around here a lot too, because there is no Driftless here.
Oh no, like seriously, I picked so many Driftless ryes. It's crazy. Like, we joke about it all the time when the guys come over, but those little 375s, if you go to Driftless and you taste out of them, I have close to 100 of those downstairs. Because, Jason knows Sharpie. Sharpie's always good for offloading all the previous picks that he can't use anymore, to me. Just dropping them off one time a year.
Yeah, dude. Sharpie has been kind enough to. We've probably tasted, a good 15 to 20 different barrels. I mean, we've selected. Obviously, was it 6, 7, 8? We have 8 donuts that we've released. So yeah,
it's like 7.5 donuts.
Yeah, basically, it's like 7.5 because a couple of them are really short barrels.
Maybe you can call the Grand Marnier. Maybe instead of a donut, maybe call that like a munchkin or something.
Yeah, a donut hole.
Yeah, maybe.
When me and Gary did that
nobody
deal
will
for
ever have
that
a dozen.
store, we went through 30 barrels that day.
Yeah.
We'll
get a dozen at some point. Like
our dump cups, we had 2 16-ounce glasses that were dump cups. Minus our spit cups on the side from taste, dump, spit, But like Jason, when those hit, they hit.
Yeah.
They either hit or they don't, and some are maybes. But when they hit, they freaking hit. You don't even have to guess.
Yeah, that's the thing too, because I was like, when we were tasting through these, the first time I tasted through them, I think the second round we were really lucky. It was really tough because all the barrels that Sharpie sent us were all good in their own way. Some were just a tick better than others.
Yeah.
I remember the first round we got, I was tasting through these. I'm like, man, I don't know about these. And then like when one hit, when we taste it, we're like, holy crap. Like this is the one. So it does. It kind of works like that.
Just said sell Jigs, I'll send him more than that. He wanted a baker's dozen. I'll send you more than that. I got more enough samples I can send you, buddy.
I want a baker's dozen. Yeah, we'll definitely release at least like 13. Like people love those donuts. So, and Sharpie was really cool. He gave us some of the oldest barrels they had this year, which was like 7 years, almost 8 years old.
Yeah,
cool for him to do, which was nice.
And they do have a couple old barrels that are close to almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
I'm excited
Hey,
for
what's up,
that
Jake?
to see how they come out. You know, those are like the OG pickerel barrels. At
Yeah.
10 years old.
Yeah.
The original 53-gallon pickerel barrels that never went anywhere.
For sure.
What do you got? What are you showing? Hold on. Let me solo you. There you go.
Some kind of
Oh,
owner wood.
shit.
Belle of Kentucky.
From 1974.
There you go, Jigsy.
Tasty stuff.
Hey, Jigsy, you get your bottle I sent back to you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hey, look, my name is Jigs.
I just got 2 more of these because this is my favorite batch since batch 12. So I grabbed 2 more of these.
Is that the 22A?
Yes, it is, sir.
I got two of those. Like I said, when I'm refining my stuff, like I went after the stag and got rid of some other stuff I have. I'm not going to be shy about saying I took my bottle of MMCA and I got 3 stags for it, so I'm good.
Well, you got 3? I thought you got 2.
I got 3.
Dude, that's beyond a win.
Highway robbery is always good. You know?
But unlike one particular new whiskey tube channel, we actually open our stags.
You're terrible. You're friggin' terrible.
Yes,
all
I
mine
am.
Are, all,
Yes,
all
I
mine
am.
are open, and I don't care, man. I love those things. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have as many as Jason, but I'm trying.
I actually like.
Well, that was something I said recently, right? We all are tired of the Buffalo Trace Taterade
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But I don't think anybody's ever opened up a stag, smelled it, poured it, tasted it, and been like, it's okay.
Yeah, they're always good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like as much as we, the regular stuff and the chasing is crazy.
Stag is the only
always a home run.
Is the only Taterade I want.
Yeah, stag. I like a good Colonel Taylor barrel proof if you could ever find it.
Of course.
Between those two, and I gotta say, I mean, Weller Antique, and probably this is because I live in Ohio and I could get it pretty easily. It's a really good sipper, Buffalo Trace that I can, attainably get reasonably.
Right.
So those 4 bottles are probably like my favorites from Buffalo Trace. I mean, I'll take a Colonel Taylor single barrel, but those are so few and far in between.
Those used to come around here a lot. We don't even see those a lot anymore.
Yeah, and obviously,
all
Eagle
the
Rare,
basics,
too. Yeah,
like the basics now, Jason. We used to get a one time a month drop at the end of the month for Blanton's, Eagle Rare, Weller Special Reserve. Just the basic BT stuff.
Yeah.
It's every week now. This year,
my cousin sent me a scale of barrel proof the other day for $3.50. I told him to leave it. I was like,
So my next try for tonight is going to be the Dragon's Milk Origin, but the Honey Barrel 117.5. I've got to have a couple of their toasteds. They're good. They really are truly single barrels. They're very different. They're very different. I've had a couple of the beer barrel bourbons that are barrel proof. Bangers.
This is my only bottle that we actually stopped at a Meijer. Me and what do you call it? Me and wow. Come on. I know his name is Chris, but I'm trying to think Thrasher. And Chad stopped at a Meijer on the way out of Michigan, and this was the only one they had. But what's weird is it's a 95 proof, and most people say they're 100 proof.
Yeah. Well,
but everything I tasted from them was impressive.
But I'll tell you this, and I'm going to solo myself for this, just so you see. I've got way too many honeys in the last 2 years that when I do this and you look at it, all you see is floaters because, well, they put a lot of honey in the barrel, and we know that.
Mm-hmm.
There is no floaters at all in this. And it has a wonderful honey aroma. Like I have the short barrel, the Americans that short barrel did. I have the Starlights. I have like all the OGs that did them. I have a Bellmead. You could still see floaters and all those. There's no floaters. Like this smells like organic honey all day with zero floater.
Did you do a red line, Jason?
I did a while back. We did a honey finished red line, which was really good.
Yeah, that one was really
Yeah,
good.
I have that one.
Yeah, we love that one. I don't know. We just like Scott and I will kind of talk about doing some of the popular finishes. We never really want to go heavy on it. But I think there's any takers for a trade M10 2023 for an EH Taylor barrel proof. Maybe. Yeah. I mean,
I just said that. I mean, are you offering up a M10?
Well, that's the thing. The EH Taylor barrel proof this year is also really good, but they're generally pretty consistent. I've been getting this question a lot lately, and I always tell everybody, look, EH Taylor barrel proof is pretty much consistently good each and every year. Can't really say the same thing about Michter's 10. So if Michter's 10 year is the outlier for this year, then I would just keep that and maybe try to get EH Taylor next year or something like that. Yeah. Because I don't know if I've never had a Michter's 10 year that good, from this year. Never.
No.
So. And I'm gonna say this. I've had 4 of the different letters of M10s this year.
Yeah.
I really can't distinguish a hard enough difference from A to F that makes me go one's better than the other.
Okay, well that's good to know because I've been hearing such crazy things about.
Oh, dude, and like when we were on the Legacy tour, Matt Bell brought it up. But they all brought it up. They're like, yeah, we hear people talk about this all the time. You guys are tasting it today. This is an E. Is it different than an A or a D or a C? He's like, you got to understand, everything we do, we look for markers.
Mm-hmm.
And everything's got to hit the markers when we're putting it together. And if it doesn't, we're not going to do it. Because we want consistency with what we release. He goes, so when I hear people saying A's are selling for, 2 times as much as an E, he's like, idiots. He flat out said that, And
Are you ready? Wait, hang on. You ready? A23. Banger. There you go. You want to see the stupid laser code?
Yeah, what is going on with all the laser codes everyone's going crazy about?
This is what's going on with laser codes. Cam put out a bad bottle, dude. So every laser code is different.
No, Ben, I'm gonna jump on it. I'm gonna jump on this train.
This is one of the bad bottles, and it's freaking delicious.
No, I got.
Oh, I'm holding it. It's an A23. I'm holding it.
Yeah, but that's not to say that every A23 is bad.
No, I have one that tastes the way he talked about, and I've talked about it on stream without knowing that. I didn't know the difference of the shit, and you guys have been on some of these streams, so when I talked about it, and go, I tasted one that Kui got, and it was raspberry and caramel and just so good, and then I got mine, which Jigs is from Jigs.
No, blame me.
Which went through Blake
to
me. Blake got it for me. Thank you, Jigs.
So it's got a little bit of pee in it. No.
Maybe that's the secret sauce.
Secret sauce.
But I got that bottle, and it's ethanol, and it's got that orange note. And I've been saying that note over and over. And I saw Cam's video, and I'm like, that's what mine tastes like. It doesn't taste like this other one that's like raspberry and dark berry and just like really freaking good.
Are there variants in any batch of something that has 50 to 100,000 bottles? Of course there is.
Of course there is. But
nothing to do with the laser code.
Well, I don't know.
It was bottled on Monday versus Tuesday.
I don't know if it's laser code or not.
Well, this is one of the bad laser codes, and this is a damn good bottle.
But I'm telling you, the one I got is the fucking orange one that's very ethanol and just doesn't hit, dude. And it's been open for 2 weeks, and I tried it again earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
It's that orange and ethanol. And I tried Mike's. Later because he left me a sample. Completely different.
All I'm saying is,
and Johnny 5, sorry the late. I tried to buy one of those really cool 3-winged lights. You know, they're supposed to be awesome, and
what's up, Cheech?
You know, they suck. They suck. This thing has a sensor. If I don't move enough, it turns off. So you can be my protagonist tonight, and I enjoy you. Thank you.
All I'm saying is anything that's a big batch is going to have variance, but trying to narrow it down to that is pushing the envelope.
No, dude, I'm not trying to down to that, but
yeah, I mean, look at the bottle of King Ranch I had. Other people love King Ranch. Mine was horrendous, and it wasn't corked. And I sent it to Vic. Vic has it now. That's his bottle. And he looked at it. He literally tasted it and said, "F you."
Yeah. I had 2 different bottles of King Ranch also. Just like one was really good, all toasted marshmallow, and the other one was just shit. It just was all charcoal.
So, dude, and I'm anything that's bottled
Ben,
in a
think about it though.
Batch, I think we can all agree that happens.
Because, I mean, there's got to be 50 or 100,000.
And Jason can tell you, we're not at the point that every major distillery is doing spectrometer and markers and everything else on it. It's starting to be a new thing. And we have distilleries that are investing in that.
Hell,
I know
Wild
3 or
Turkey
4
101
right now.
tastes
Jason,
different
you
from
probably
bottle
know
to bottle
more.
sometimes. Right?
But that is happening, and we're starting to see that. And those distilleries are giving us very good consistency. You know, I mean, think of ECBP. like Cam touched on it. There were times people were talking about some of the other batches that were really good from 21 on that were super good, and we thought were good, but other people just like they taste like marker. They have an off-putting taste. I mean, it's just what it is. We don't know, and I don't know.
Which is why nobody should be going secondary and going crazy for one particular Elijah Craig.
All I gotta say is those damn laser codes are harder to find than a fucking seal box or seagrass code.
And Richie,
that little tiny thing in the corner.
If I was downstairs in the dugout, I would rent you like no tomorrow. Let me see if I can. So you could do that, and I can't do that in StreamYard because I'm out in the garage on an iPad.
Yeah, you got to do it on.
But otherwise, dude, I would do that right away, and I will do that. Don't worry, next stream, 100%, buddy. So you can do
Chris,
that.
what's the closest total to you?
What?
What's the closest total to you in Wisconsin?
About 46 minutes. The Madison one.
They've got a pick.
Okay. They've got one. Meyer has 2 different ones. They've got a toasted and that.
All I'm saying is after trying this, I'm down for any.
Yeah, dude. I mean, at the price point, how could you not be at like $50 to $55?
Yeah, it's delicious.
It was one of the biggest surprises I've had in the last year.
Actually, you know what I'll do? Since it's a small distillery that a lot of people know about, I'll bring it to Irene's this weekend.
Yeah,
let her try it.
Seriously, I mean,
and other people.
I mean, most of their stuff is beer there and everything, and they started doing this, and it's just hit. They nailed it.
You know what? It's got the love in it. You can tell they care about what they made because it's just delicious.
Yeah.
And she said she's laughing because he knows this already.
Like Kui has found like 7 different ones from them that have come out that have all been 6 years old. We have 1 out of the 6 that's okay, but any other time if you didn't compare it to the 6 would be good. You'd be like, oh, that's good. You know what I mean? But all the other ones like really stand out, and you're like, oh, that's really good, like really good. And I don't think you would say that one that wasn't good if you didn't have 5 others with it that just stood out so far. I don't think you would say it was bad. You know, we've all been through that one before too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I thought I was like, "What is this?" I never heard of it once, and then again, I never heard of this camera either. And here we are.
Well, you know, I do what I can. And then here I am in a garage catching shit.
And some people actually listen to you.
Kerber, RIP 17, buddy. Great seeing you on here. Now I feel like it's the good old times.
What's up, Kirby?
That is still one of the best moments in YouTube. You cannot pick that number. Pick again. And that was my number. Ha. Still one of the best, man. Cheech in the house. What's up, buddy? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. All right. So with 2024 close, what's everybody looking forward to with 2024 coming out?
Whiskey wise or life wise?
It's a good question. There haven't been a lot of. We're already seeing. I've already heard the new Little Book next year is going to have a sherry finish on it. Hardin's Creek next year. One of them is going to be a new corn, one of the high aged corn whiskeys. I heard Booker's Rye is still a possibility. Still a possibility.
I heard that as well.
They're just teasing us at this point, I think.
So is E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Rye.
Did you hear an age?
For what?
The Booker's Rye.
I did not hear an age at all. No ages. Did you?
No, I heard whispering from one of the Chicago people from the old corporate office, and she would not reveal an age.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, it could happen. Could you imagine the madness when that drops? Jesus Christ. What else?
Can I get a payment plan with Forgate? Just send me everything. I'll give you a little bit of money every year.
I mean, I'm going to tell you, all of our stuff is either finishing right now, in tanks, or bottled for 2024. We're done.
Yeah. Buffalo Trace has that single estate bourbon I think they're working on for next year. I'm not really sure what that's going to be, because that's what they need. That's what they need is another fucking brand that's new.
Well, the Chris Stapleton one, they just put out the marketing material today for his, the 90 paper.
Yep, I saw that.
You know the country concert goers are gonna run that over and make taters look stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I might buy one just so I can get a BTAC from one of these fucking crazy fuckers around here. like.
Yeah, Old Forester 1924. I got a sample of that coming probably in the next days.
Yeah, that was supposed to be here already. I am excited for that.
Okay. So I'm going to say this at the end of the day. I've loved these forever, and I try to get them whenever I can. The Old Foe 10 years, or not 10 year, but 100 proofers have all been between 9 and 10 year releases.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing, but we're finally getting it on the shelf. We don't have to chase it and pay. You have to pay over $200 right now, but it's supposed to be a regular shelf release. I'm excited for it on that level. I'm not excited seeing people put it out there for $400 right now.
No.
Wait, which bottle?
The 1924.
Oh yeah, 1924. Yeah, it's crazy. I've heard so far good things about it. I mean. I'm really curious how, for 10 years old, given it's the heat cycled warehousing, what that does to it. Is it going to give me like that weird bitter finish I usually get with some of the Old Forester high age stuff? Am I going to get the Am I gonna get that acetone note that I get sometimes with it?
Okay. Have you had the MTS series of the 100 proofers? The black label?
The MTS series.
Master Taster series.
I don't think so.
They're picks that say MTS : and then a name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
I think I have one that's like cherry cola.
So those are the ones that the Master Tasters pick before the presidentials are picked.
Oh, okay.
And those are all 10-year, not 9.5 to 10-year-old 100 proof.
I own.
So,
yeah.
Coming from the same warehouse, but now we're getting a blend.
Johnny 5. I heard Jackie finally finds her barn in 2024. Hopefully,
Jackie dyed her hair brown.
Hopefully,
Jackie dyed her hair brown this week to try to figure it out.
Did she really? I've always wondered what she looked like with dark hair.
Yeah, she posted a reel 3 days ago with her getting brown hair.
Let's see.
Divorced again and doing her thing.
Yeah, the next Masters Keep is going to be a rye, so that'll be interesting.
That'll be $400.
Well, it's going to be called Triumph. It's going to be a 10-year rye whiskey. That's going to be, I think, 104 proof.
Yeah, so it'll be about $400.
Well, hopefully 3. I don't know. Who knows?
I'm surprised. Like they did like Unforgotten, Forgiven, or whatever the fuck, and then like.
Yeah,
I was waiting for like Forget About It or something like that. Like
it could have been not Yellowstone.
Yeah. And then you have the Russell's 15 that made a lot of headlines that people are going to be going ape shit over. Which actually, $4.99. Yeah, that's what I heard. $500 for that bottle.
$4.99.
Fuck that. I'll just buy another 13.
Yeah,
and why wouldn't you, Jason? You know this. I preach to all my local guys. They went and bought the Generation. So I'm like, why are you buying a 13-year that's got 10 and 9-year in it, or was it 15, 13, and 9?
Mm-hmm.
For $4.49, when you can buy the 13-year that the youngest shit is 13, and we know it's got up to 20 in some of the batches.
Because it doesn't have the Jimmy, Eddie, and
I'm sorry,
Eddie signatures on it.
I'm not going there. I keep on buying 13s and putting them away when I see them.
Yeah. And if I'm spending that
all
much,
of them, I don't care about the batch number.
No,
I got 3 of them. I got another one on the way.
That price go
I'm
dusty.
putting that away. That's one of my put away ones.
That's where I feel
that poor.
If I'm spending that much on turkey, I'm just spending the money on Dusties and forget it. Screw it.
Are we close to like the limit of how like okay, that's as much as we're willing to pay for any whiskey, like no matter what?
Oh, Scott, I'm not paying $500 for a regular release.
No,
I'm never doing it.
I'm talking about like consumers in general. Like
the thing that sucks is that I have to buy that bottle to fucking review it. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to freaking get one for retail, which sucks.
With your following, you shouldn't have to.
Well, I mean, yeah, but Campari doesn't really do that. So, I mean,
really?
Come on. Look at what Campari did to the 10-year Wilderness Trail.
Yeah.
We went from the 8-year at $79.99 to a 10-year, and we put it in a box, and it's $2.99.
Yep.
Yes.
Fuck off. Sorry.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Campari.
They're going to keep doing it until
trail bourbon picks that are 5 or 6 years old that I enjoy, that got that nice cherry note. They're super good, and they were $55. I enjoy them.
Russell's, did you guys hear about the Russell's honey infused bourbon they may do? It's a rumor, but apparently they're going to release a 90 proof Russell's honey infused one. Now, I don't know if it's a honey finish or they're literally just throwing like honey.
What's the difference in that and the wild turkey honey though? It's just a little higher proof.
Exactly.
It says Russell's. It says fucking Russell's, so you're all gonna buy it.
And it'll have a pretty honey colored label.
No. I mean, I seem to be in the very much minority that is not happy and that is quite unhappy about the new 101 private selections.
Well, I'm right there with you because, hey, we went from Fantail
to Kentucky Spirit, but Kentucky Spirit was still minimum 8-year.
And now we're getting 5 to 7 year picks.
I mean, unless they're $40. If they're $40, I'm all in. But
Dude,
when
they're not going to be $40, and you know it.
I know that. And when it's $70, $80,
$60 minimum.
Yeah, Jigsy, the 822 is the ones that I have, and yeah, or I think what is the one that I showed last night was an 822 or an 823. I can't remember, but it was my bottle is unbelievable for the C923. So
yeah, mine's 823, which is just proof that it has nothing to do with the laser code, and it's just variance.
Yeah, mine's 82233.
Now you're gonna get.
I purposely did not send that one to Chris.
So here's the thing with those picks. I'm really excited that Wild Turkey is bringing back the Russell's Reserve single barrel rye picks. I think some of those could be real bad.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
that's gonna be fucking fun.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
I want one of those next year so badly. But as far as the 101 picks, it gets interesting because normally what happens is like you have Russell's picks. Because I mean, we just went through this when we picked our barrels that we just released. You have basically Russell's barrels that end up getting proof down that become, Kentucky Spirit barrels. Now, since Wild Turkey 101 is a blend of and a mix of ages, are you going to get blended barrels to choose from rather than single barrels? Because then how do you differentiate the Kentucky Spirit? Is it just age? So you're just going to get a younger barrel to pick? I mean,
I think we're going to get 5 and 6 year barrels. That's what I think we're going to get.
Yeah, I think that's what it could be.
Yeah. You know what I really want to see from Turkey?
What?
I want to see every year in November, let's bring back the 10-year rye Christmas rye Russell. Can we just do that?
I just don't think you'll get a flavor profile like that.
Now, here's the thing.
I know, but could we do that again?
Do like a
10-year Russell's.
You'll get Wild
Christmas
Turkey spice before you get that.
And at the same time, if we were getting now 5, 6, 7 year barrels, but they were at cast strength, I'd be all in too.
If Campari was smart, they would take that Triumph Master's Keep and they would turn that, and they should just call that. They should take out Triumph and just call it the Christmas Rye release. Throw that shit in a box with some holly on it. Instant sellout on Christmas time,
dude.
Just saying.
I mean, there's things I know about Campari and what they're doing, and I can't talk about because I'm live. Jason's heard shit about Campari and what they're doing. We know some of the shit going on behind a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. We're gonna go in the back room. See you later. No, I'm kidding.
We'll go behind the scenes soon.
I know. I'm kidding.
But at that point, there are things going on behind the scenes that are going to change everything for the scope of 2024 if you don't know it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen offers through baseball, let alone Forgate, let alone some other people that I deal with that deal with high-end shit all the time. The scope of shit is about to change, and everything is about to change hardcore. And for us that are connoisseurs and drinkers, we're going to be happy, in my opinion.
If it translates down to the consumer. Doesn't have to.
It's going to. It has to.
Doesn't have to. We'll talk about that after.
I think I know what you're talking about.
So, hey, boys and girls.
I'm a little bit more concerned about Sagamore, to be honest, and what's going to happen.
Well, that's going to be a hard play right now because none of us know because that's.
Well, I can tell you what I know.
Jumping in the mix at the end of the pool game.
I've already heard from 3 insiders what's going to happen, and they all have the same story and the same story makes me nervous.
And here's the thing: the person I got it from was not an insider. It was just a local sales guy. So I'll say it publicly. I don't care because
Go
personally,
Go ahead, throw it out there.
if it
You
happens,
dirty bastard.
I'm on the brand, and it sucks hardcore.
All right. So what did your salesperson tell you?
70% layoff across the board.
Okay, so I didn't get a number, but I got the information in a much more harsh terminology.
Mm-hmm. Well, cutting 70.
I know the
From the
terminology you got.
distillery to sales staff nationwide, 70% of the Sagamore staff.
Hatchet job. I mean, wait.
In which case, if they do that, sorry, the whiskey's great, but it ain't gonna stay great.
Yeah, I don't know.
It happens.
It's a shame. I really hope the people that are making the whiskey stay in place somehow, some way or another. I don't see how it doesn't. Di Serono doesn't know shit about rye whiskey.
No, they're going to get rid of all this. The thing that scared me is they specified that it was at the distillery too.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, I understand that, but you have to at least...
Di Serono has a nationwide sales force. I can understand them using their sales force.
I understand the sales force part, but the people that are making the whiskey have to stay intact. That's my own...
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah.
You cannot...
The people making it and the people... that are intrinsic to all the programs they have going on,
especially locally. Locally, it's
I'm sorry. What do you want to talk about that? None of us have talked about this publicly. What's going to happen at Peerless now that they've changed?
Oh yeah, true.
What happened to Peerless?
Changed.
I didn't hear that one. They got acquired?
No, but their distillers and stuff left. They're starting their own brand.
Yeah.
Well, we can't get a barrel out of them anyways. What the hell's the difference?
Well, but you know what I mean. Like they were doing something and they had a profile, but now it's changing. Their distillers have left.
I didn't know that.
Well, Maker's Mark, their head people have left.
Yep.
Every time somebody leaves, I don't care what you say. Look back at any change. Look back at MGP, way back when LDI, when Rutledge left. Look at what happened to Four Roses when Rutledge left. Look at what happened when Greg Metz's left. Greg's stuff was different than Jim's. It changes. I don't care what you say. You can do whatever you want to do. We've changed the game hardcore. Every time you have a different distiller and every time you add a new layer of quote unquote science or new technology, we are changing the game.
I even feel like Old Forester stuff has changed.
It has, big time.
Since Jackie left. It's not the same.
That's even at the taster level. That's not even at the distiller level.
Yeah. I mean, if everything's going through, I mean, listen,
don't get me wrong, Melissa's awesome.
Melissa fucking rocks.
Jackie and Melissa have very
Melissa's
different
awesome.
palettes.
Yeah, Melissa's awesome, but yeah,
I'm actually drinking a pick I did with Melissa right now. I did this pick with Melissa when she was in Bullet.
Like I know when Melissa was when she was brought on, and I do know that Brown Forman is extremely laser focused and tactical when it comes to staying with that specific profile that they have. But you could tell there's been a little bit of a delineation from the stuff that we got from Jackie into the stuff that we're getting now. So I'm not saying it's completely different, but I mean, maybe it's a barrel thing. Maybe some of the barrels that were going to the single barrel program are not being used for some of their stuff that's being put into their regular,
because you, Jason, you know this. I can put a single barrel in front of you, me, and Ben, Jigs and Scott. We're all going to have a different take on it. We might all like it, but there are different notes that hit us right.
Yep.
Right.
Now you keep on doing that, things change. Because of those 5 other different guys.
Yeah.
Well, this also kind of comes back to what you were saying earlier.
You know,
The distilleries to start
take Jason on a mashing journey for a while. Take Jason on a mashing journey. I love some boring to death. I love Scott. But if you take Jason's palate on a mashing journey, is it the same?
Nope.
Even though Jason's there, but not always there because he's doing some other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Jason comes in and tastes it afterwards and gives his notes and stuff like that, but he's not available for every pick. That creates a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, just because Jason's tasting it after the point and giving you his notes doesn't mean the pick is the same pick. Because they have a collective together that has a profile together and they riff off each other. And if that's not there, it's one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And when we start doing that, things change dramatically. That small amount changes everything dramatically. When we get into the science end of a lot of this stuff with barrel staves and we're now mass specking every little thing, that's going to change everything. When everybody says, oh, we're going for this exact note, you know, every stave's got to be the same. Everything's got to be the same so we can reproduce the same thing. Mm-hmm. The intricacies that make those companies amazing are going to disappear. Yeah. Single barrel picks from those companies, when they get very science-based, are going to disappear unless they're giving me a 90 proof and my guys get to pick a full proof. We're going to start seeing very mechanical, very much so the same thing that is not going to have a huge variance at all.
Well, here's the one thing I could say that could be a good thing as far as any change that comes down the pipeline for any of these big distilleries, I think will be mainly from the admin level, at least for a good while. Because I mean, if you look at the numbers of how many barrels have been laid down in the past several years with this whole,
it's huge. It's huge.
It's an astronomical amount. So anyone coming new into the fold will have to do something pretty detrimental from the creation level that we probably wouldn't see for several years, unless they're taking some of these great barrels that had plans to be single barrels or in blends and completely changing the profile of those. However, there's so much whiskey laid down already. I think from an admin level and from a pricing standpoint, yeah, we're going to feel it at some level. But from a quality standpoint, with most of these big distillers, we probably won't see that for a little while unless they completely want to change the singular profile of a specific whiskey, which hopefully that doesn't happen. So,
and I mean, I'm going to roll this out here on that level. When we used to get MGPs, how often did we get that orange note?
Well, I mean, for me, I normally always get it most of the point.
But when we're talking 10 and 12-year releases from like 3 to 4 years ago.
Oh yeah,
he's talking about the Eccleston or Metzger's. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, and that's one of these changes are going to happen. Joy. But we're just starting to see some of them where, like, when you talk about, like, some of us, we're OG level, dude. Like, we've been in this for more than 5 years. We see this shit. Not everybody sees these changes we see.
Well,
it's
kind of like every distiller has like up to 4. If you're there 40 years, you have like 4 generations of barrels going down. Say they're 10-year barrels. So you've only done barrel the bottle 4 times in that.
Well, it's
rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like a season of barrel the bottle. That first barrel that you lay down is not going to be probably bottled for the most part. Maybe the 4-year stuff, but the good stuff isn't going to be bottled until 10 years old.
Yep.
So you probably, if you're there 40 years, which nobody is anymore.
Moment where we started bottling a lot of 4-year.
We're there already, I think.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. We're doing that.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see those notes. They're like, what? What's this?
That's
What's
weird.
This?
Don't remember that.
You know?
Yeah.
And we're not used to that.
Releasing a week from today, actually now, because it's
Friday. Hold on, baby.
The butt of pecan.
That's
Derek. What do you got, baby?
I hate to say
I don't know if you got to taste this one. This is the
I did down in
that's right. You did, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
And Jason, I had it at in the hotel.
Yep. Yeah. You guys had it at Sagamore. So this is we're finally freaking releasing this bottle. Kept getting pushed back, but
you get a number yet on it?
I got a price point on it, but I don't have a bottle count yet.
No, I'm more worried about the price point.
Yeah, price point's gonna be like $70.
Nice.
That's not bad. Yeah, I'll tell you that. It might be the last Subtanium I buy for a while.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to make that group suffer with this one.
That's the most tatery bottle you've ever released.
It really is. It ended up being such a shit show. Oh my god, that really
oh my god. The RC Clubhouse. Oh
yeah.
My god.
Chris, did I ever tell you like I got added to that group by somebody? I don't even know who the hell added me. And then within like 30 seconds, I have an admin DMing me saying, "Show me your fucking rare character, or else I'm kicking you out."
Dude, I was one of the first 10 guys in that group.
What the fuck?
I knew those guys. I had some of the original drops from Pablo and stuff. Yeah. And when I saw how batshit crazy
this is all that matters.
Yeah.
You can ask Ben. I quit. I quit. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Screw it.
I mean, this is the only stuff that matters for real.
Yeah,
out of
that stuff is amazing.
Of course, after I'm talking to these
as long as it's over
gays,
130 proof, those are amazing. The 11 to 13 year.
Your guys' response was much better than mine was, where you're like, "I'll show you my rare character," and just send him a dick
Holy
pic.
shit, Trev in the house. What's up, buddy? Jump on. We're gonna go to the back.
Here's
Jump
Trev.
on, Trev.
What up, Ranch?
Hey,
jump in
Trev.
the back. You don't have to show up. Just
fucking
nerd
around here.
I'm going 3 more minutes, and we're gonna go to the back, and we're gonna talk biz that ain't public.
Biz.
We're gonna have fun.
We're gonna be spilling that tea.
Yeah, we're gonna spill the real tea, Papa's tea, and we're not talking Old Fangled Knot or bourbon Papa's tea. I can't afford that.
I'll fly in for that.
$5,000. I can't afford that.
I still got it. I still got a 12 year.
Chris, let me know when I need to book. Chris, let me know when I need to book the flight for that one.
Yeah, dude, I'll let you know. Man. I'll let you know.
You see, but you can
jump in the back. I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post the link. If y'all want to jump in the back. You don't have to jump on.
Yeah, I still got a 12-year-old Notter bourbon.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I love those. I don't love the prices they go for.
No.
Well, now, yeah, forget it.
I cherish my old MGP.
I mean, I love those guys to death. I go hang out with them. They're awesome, but they have their private crew. Oh.
I was recently gifted this, and I was like, oh my God. When you get gifted an open bottle and you're excited.
Yeah, but who did you get that bottle from?
This is one of Irene's first picks.
Yeah, okay.
And most important part is right there.
Kosher.
Indiana bourbon.
All those are Indiana bourbon. What proof?
Not anymore, they're not.
Yeah, it's all
bourbon.
Yeah, a lot of diggle. A lot of diggle.
A lot of diggle.
Like, look at the back of that bottle. Who needs Buffalo Trace Kosher when you got Widow Jane? I mean,
a lot of tickle dickle.
Tickle.
Oh shit!
All right, you guys got 1 minute, and I'm jumping to the back. If you want to jump in the back, you do not have to jump on screen, but you can come with us through the link. hang out with us on the backside of the stream and still be in the chat. You're all good. You be in the private chat. We're all good.
And if you haven't seen it, Chris's backside is amazing.
His macaroons.
Stop touching his privates.
No. Ben's horrible at that.
They're just so large.
I'm just saying, you talk about being 1 mile across the border. I've been there. I've been off that exit.
It's less than a mile, but it's good.
Yeah. I even got cheese curds at the gas station over the border.
You did. People don't believe me, but you've been here. You've seen it. You know
it's a long. I'll say this: it's a long fucking drive from Long Island.
I love it. I love the friggin' cheese curds. Oh my god.
Man. We get good shit here, and I can make my own. Trust me.
My dad
I've done it many times.
And I'm like,
you guys got 30 seconds. You want to jump on the backside? Jump on the backside. You do not have to be part of the video part. You don't have to be on screen, but you can be part of the hangout and just talk in the chat. You're all good.
Pause the
dun, dun, dun. There's 11 people. There's only 5 on screen. 6 of you got a chance. Y'all can come with the links. The link's there. Click on it. Just don't turn on your camera. You're good.
Because Richie ain't gonna click it. So all 10 of a chance.
You might be surprised. Richie has clicked it before. Richie has been on a Chris stream before, but not with everybody.
He's been on a bench stream too, but that's why I got to twist the knife a little bit.
Richie gotten 5
All right, guys. 5, 4,
come on the stream.
2,
that was
1.
bad. Shouldn't have said that on live.
Love you all. Thanks for coming out tonight. Thanks for the impromptu stream. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy New Year.